That's a question. I was watching an online documentary about this little movie. People worship wolves, or the wolf. We grew with that little nursery rhyme, Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf. Growing up as kids, we was taught that the wolf was a big bad wolf. All the animals are equal. If you think that you heard a voice of the wolf tell you something blessed or good, all animals are equal in spirit. Everything God created is wise spiritual entities packed inside of a different kind of body with altered voices. The cat meow, the dog bark, the humans talk. We got different altered voices. Animals have thicker skin. That's why in the winter they can have a little hair on their body and not really get all that cold. But to make a long story short, I was wondering, why do people worship wolves? Is it a symbol of strength and toughness? If so, then the wolf is not the toughest in the jungle. The most strongest, I don't know what I even call the lion the king of the jungle. The lion cannot defeat a rhino. The lion cannot defeat a silverback. Silverback will beat him down like bam, 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 bam. Yeah. Wolf is not a symbol of strength, but a symbol of betrayal. Yeah. Um, just because we was taught the little Red Riding Hood story, we see the wolf as a symbol of betrayal. But I don't see where the power is coming from. You know, I just recently learned 2 years ago, spirit of the universe is a real spirit, but that's not Jehovah Godfather. That's Jehovah's ex, Lucifer, that wanted to overtake his kingdom, and a fight broke out of heaven in those days. And Lucifer, spirit of the universe, was cast out. But they didn't teach us in church that Lucifer had the power to create flesh bodies, which he does. I thought Jehovah Godfather was the only one who had the power to create flesh bodies. So I'm learning the hard way. Some people, Spirit of Universe created, and some people, the Trinity Gods created in the Genesis account. Genesis chapter 1 through 7. I think that's when the creation of man and woman began. But nobody ever taught us about the Spirit Universe that could create flesh. So I can't tell the difference between a human being that God created versus what the Spirit Universe created until they ask you for your soul. They'll say, well, you have to be one of us. No, but you got some nice, I don't want to say nice demons in the world versus some hard-headed saints. But what do I think if I ran into somebody to ask me for my soul and I fell in love and I thought he was handsome? I was in my soul belong to the Trinity of God, but you got my flesh because the evil inside of you is no more greater than what He has raised us in, the mixture of wheat and tares, evil and good. So your evil would be equal. I got that bastard. The evil will be equal. Uh, well, God is merciful, give mercies and grace and all that good stuff. But God is a two-sided God. Genesis 3 and 22. The man had become like one of us to know evil and to know good. He's a God of unmeasurable love. He's a God of unmeasurable evil. He creates both love and evil. So what's the difference? So if you run into one who worships the alpha wolf, I know the Bible said don't be unequally yoked, but it also says that the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the believing wife. So can somebody that the spirit universe created be saved? I don't know how to pray about that. I have to ask the Lord about that. Can they be saved if they was created by your fallen um, ex-husband? Yeah, I don't know. But still, I do believe that you got some of these alpha men out here that treat their wives better than these argumentative saints. The kind that know everything. You can't reason with them. They say you're not supposed to never argue about politics and religion. You got some of these saint men out here, saved man, saints that argue down. Every day they want to argue, kind of thing. But you got these wolf men out here that want to bring you some flowers, bring you some gifts, you know. So that's what I think. If I found a husband that loves me and he was on the spirit universe side, you could have my body, but not my soul. Spirit belongs to the Trinity gods. Okay? In that order.